Hi. Hello. I uh I was just sitting down and saying to myself, what do I want to talk about? And I thought, I know what I'll do. I'm going to call a friend of mine and then we can have a funny conversation and it'll give me fuel for this 5-minute power shot. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm going to call this person for some answers. And I thought, oh, that's it. Answers. Because you see, part of my problem, part of my logic is I've got this finite idea of what answers look like. Oh, I have a question. I have a question for you. I have a question about me, and I'm just going to get an answer. And then that answer is going to be in a nice, neat little bow. I'm going to have found it, like some experience of a nirvana, and then everything's going to be good, ready to go. And that's just not the way it is. Because, in fact, the thing that I'm about to call my friend about and talk about is something that I've sought answers for my whole life, or my whole adult life anyway. It has to do with sex and relationships. And I still don't have answers, you people. I don't know. For those of you that do, good for you. I don't. And but rather than that disturb me, it kind of makes me happy because it puts me in a position of having to be here now. See, like if I was to be able to like tie it all up and get the answer, I would think that I was cured, saved, had it all together. And I think life is about much more humility than that. I find my life to be more and more and more and more about how to live in the present moment and not think. And of course, this is nothing new. This idea of some sort of meditative presence of your life, being here now. We talk about it a lot. I hear about it a lot anyway. I talk about it a lot. I think about it a lot because I think a lot. And the thinking that I think a lot doing when I'm in the present moment is the thing that actually makes me incapable of being in the present moment. So anyway, I spend a lot of time thinking about the thinking about how to not think so I can be in the present moment, but I have to think about how to do this so I can be here and not think. You get it? All right, let's move on. So it's funny because these things, these answers, and while I was actually thinking about these questions, and the question is like how to progress in getting to know people. And the question is, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, I kind of want this, but I don't want that. And I'm thinking about saying this, but I'm not thinking about saying that. And do I even want to talk about this? Because even talking about this is me thinking, 6 months or a year from now, and what is the point? And it's I'll tell you what the point is. The point is I want an answer now because I want to control what's happening with my fucking emotions. That's it, you know? And I love saying that out loud because it's like my emotions are wild. They're crazy. They're infinite. They're moving. They're the feminine. They are the sprout and the seed of everything mobile, creative, loving, guiding, energetic. And I think this is why the yin yang of the masculine and feminine is so important. And I'm not speaking men and women, I'm speaking energies here. But the masculine pulls it down to land, right? And the masculine is my logic. So this kind of energy of emotionalism is like a place where I'm less comfortable. And so I tend to go into the head and the masculine so that I can pull it all down and make sense of it so that I can be in control. Because the idea that I'm smart enough to overcome my emotions, the idea that I'm managing my emotions, the idea that I'm in control makes me feel okay. And yet there's this glorious, 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 glorious place of being out of control emotionally, having energy course through my body that kind of freaks me the fuck out. Really, not kind of freaks me the fuck out. It freaks me the fuck out. And I just, there's such joy and peace in admitting that as a pragmatic, practical person. I never want to admit to being out of control. I want to think that like I can just educate myself out of having uncomfortable feelings where I don't know what's going to happen and I don't know what's happening for me and I don't know what's going to happen with the other person. And to me, true emotional maturity is I'm okay with that. I'm going to have to be okay with that, right? And I teach other people how to be okay with that. Because if you really, for me, the idea of being some kind of helpful in some kind of helpful vocation, trying to guide, lead, or teach people, is you have to, information is great, but I have to let you know about the human experience. I have to let you know how it really is for me. I have to be myself, right? Because what people are attracted to isn't what I know, isn't what I've learned. I mean, that's a part of it. But, anyone who's listening who actually likes me is just attracted to the force that is in me. It's nature. It's that wild stuff. And it's the logical stuff. It's how I try and make sense of it all and then sit here and say, I have no answers. So if you're looking for answers, look no further than what's happening right in front of you. Even if it doesn't seem to make sense, even if it scares the living fuck out of you, just keep looking at it. And send me a message. Let me know what's happening. Let me know how you're having problems with what's happening in front of you. And maybe we can put our heads and our hearts together and figure out some answers. Thanks for spending time with me today.